Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another video. So in this lesson we're going to continue out to fill out the enemy spawn point script. First we're going to come to the spawn point manager. Now this lesson is for people who want a sound effect play when the enemy spawns. Some of you may not want that, you may just want the enemies to spawn in. So this lesson is for people who do want an audio clip, and obviously it won't make any difference to the rest of you. But I am going to make just one change. I'm going to say public static game object for each of the enemies. I'll change the comment. We'll put defines naming convention for the easy enemy game object, and I'll just copy and paste that new comment all over the last one. With that in place, let's create another variable of type public static, and it's going to be of type audio clip underscore, and we'll just name it enemy spawn audio. Close that line off, and into the comments defines naming convention for the enemy spawn audio. Let's just save that off there for now. And we'll come to the enemy spawn point script. So we'll need to create a couple of variables. Now these can be private. The first one will say audio source. We'll give this a naming convention of spawn point audio. Close that line off. Into the comments defines naming convention for the audio source. Below that of type private, again of type audio clip. Underscore, and we'll call this returned enemy spawn audio. So I'm doing this in a little bit of a different way, obviously. We could have just put the actual public audio clip into this script, but I'm putting it into manager, so we only need to assign it once. Although because it's static, we cannot assign it in the inspector. We will have to do that another way, but we'll probably do that in a future video. For now, I just want to get some of the other code in place. So for the returned enemy spawn audio, create variable to store enemy spawn audio clip. Let's come to the void start. I'll put this right at the top, doesn't really matter, but let's what did I use? Spawn point audio, that's it. Spawn point audio is going to equal the get component, open and close brackets, inside the brackets audio source. End of the line, we open and close brackets again, close the line off, and into the comments, so set underscore spawn point audio to equal the audio source component and now let's come down to our states. So player is in range. I'm going to put it here. It must come before this line where we switch states, obviously. So this code I'm going to put in here. Now we could put this in the void start, but there's a reason I'm not going to do that, and that is because now we're actually going to grab the variables from this script, and I don't want every spawn point to do that as soon as the game starts. So I'm going to put it into this function so it only starts to get the variables from the other script when needed. So let's begin by saying returned enemy spawn audio is going to equal enemy spawn point manager dot, and of course we want the underscore enemy spawn audio. Let's close that line off. We'll break it up for editing, so we'll say set, we'll just copy and paste this naming convention in to equal, and again let's just use that variable, and we'll say from the enemy spawn point manager script. Let's paste that in, and in fact we can, if we come back up to the top, let's come to the enemy spawn point manager. Let's copy all 3 lines for the enemy game objects. We'll paste those in. We'll get rid of the static. We'll change public to private. And I'm going to put returned at the beginning of each one. Obviously changing to capital for easy, medium and hard as well. Let's have a look. Creates variable to store, we'll use that. And we'll paste that in to the comments. We might as well get these done while we're at it. We will need to obviously access those game objects. So I've just copied and pasted in 3 times the line we created, returned enemy spawn audio. And now we'll say returned easy enemy. We'll copy and paste that into the comments, and we'll change that to easy enemy, and again we'll just copy and paste that into the comments. Now we've just got to go through and do the same for the other 2. And the last bit for the hard enemy game object. And now we'll come to the spawn enemies function, and we're going to say if, open and close brackets, inside the brackets, spawn point difficulty double equals, and we want spawn point difficulty, so without the underscore, dot easy. We'll come to the end of the line, we'll open and close brackets again. And in fact, let's put the comment in first, so I'll break it up. We'll say if, in fact, no need to use the proper naming convention this time, spawn point difficulty equals easy and again we'll copy and paste that in, this time twice, so we need to change that to medium. Again we'll change the comment, and finally hard. And we'll save that off there. I think we'll leave it here for this lesson. We've got some more of the basics in place, and we'll pick this up in the very next video. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.